When life gets blurry, adjust your focus. Happy New Month to all our listeners. Welcome to Eyes on the Road on this very wet Thursday of June. The very first one, of course. And, we say Happy New Month. Of course, this month we're focusing on refractive errors. Last month, we focused on something else that had to do with, the outer part of your eyes. Now we're talking refractive errors. So we'll be exploring the topic astigmatism on the show today. I know that's quite a tongue twister for some people, astigmatism. The only thing that stands out for me is the word stigma. I'll be asking the expert. I'm not the expert. But of course, I did a bit of research and, what I was able to garner that astigmatism is a common vision condition where the cornea or lens, pardon, I have to pull that up real quick. All right, so, sorry about that. I have to pull this up real quick. Pardon that, one of the technical things that come up once in a while. No one is beyond this thing. So, it's a common vision condition where the cornea or lens has an irregular shape, causing blurry or distorted vision. That's what I was able to get. But of course, I'm not the expert. I'll be handing over to the expert. So, welcome. Even as we implore you to drive safe on the road, since the roads are quite wet, and flooded in some part of town. So as Lagos, of course, we call it the land of aquatic splendor. So please take it easy. Get set as we dive into the intricate details. What are the causes of astigmatism? How do you know if you have it? How is it diagnosed? And how do you treat it? So we're going to be welcoming, after a while, a brief hiatus. It's back to the show, Dr. Priscilla Imade, Doctor of Optometry with a PhD in Public Health and consultant optometrist at Modern Eye Care Foundation, Omoli Ojodebaja. Welcome, Doc. And how was your vacation?
Oh.
Chin for us.
More than chin. Good afternoon, listeners. I'm excited to be here once again. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be here to talk to you about your eye health. And I really missed you all. I missed my associate optometrist, Akan, my producer,
Don't let them hear
MC
you.
Eyes himself, the bishop of entertainment. And all my wonderful listeners. Nice to be home. Yeah, and happy new month, actually.
Yes.
The year is gradually winding up. We've done first half now.
Just like that.
Just like that. Well,
we launched the book just like yesterday.
Just like yesterday. That was January. We thank God for the gift of life.
Indeed.
Wow. So the month of June actually is dedicated to refractive errors. It's a month whereby we try to sensitize the world about the kind of problems that can make you wear glasses. That's actually what refractive error talks about. And today, our emphasis will be on astigmatism.
Okay.
Astigmatism actually is a type of eye problem that occurs in which when people are looking at things, the things that are far, either those things are not very clear, they become blurry, or they are distorted, they are wavy. And then also we may be looking at some things that are near. It will also not be very clear. It might be distorted, it might be wavy, it might be blurry. And in fact, you can even start mispronouncing some of those letters because you are not saying them correctly. And astigmatism, as it well, as a type of refractive error, can also coexist with other types of refractive error. Okay, let me backtrack a bit.
Yes, so I'll tell you
refractive errors, they are the type of refractive errors. When we talk of refractive error, don't mind us. We just want to use big words to just mask simple things. We are saying somebody can be short-sighted, somebody can be long-sighted, and somebody could have astigmatism or presbyopia. Any of these is what we group as refractive error. What that simply refers to is that the way light enters the eye, because we see by light. So when this light rays enters the eye and they are not properly focused, if that light rays falls on the eye wrongly and then the image falls in front of the retina, we say the person has short sight, which is myopia.
Yes.
If the image falls behind the retina, we say the person has long sight, which is hyperopia. And then astigmatism can actually co-occur with any of these. But today, our emphasis on astigmatism is to enable us to understand that it is not only short sight or long sight that somebody can have that can require you wearing glasses. That people could also have a problem, a refractive error, an eye problem that require you wearing glasses. That is called astigmatism.
That is not long sight.
It's not long sight, it's not short sight, but it can occur alone or co-occur with short sight or long sight. Any time, except you meet a professional. If you meet a quack, they may not be able to detect that you have astigmatism.
So is it possible that it could be misdiagnosed?
Yes, especially when you are meeting non-professionals. That's actually what will make eye problem to worsen because the proper diagnosis have not been made. It's not everybody that claim to be, eye doctors in quotes or can check eyes in quotes that can actually detect astigmatism. So it's those who are trained, who are certified, like optometrists, ophthalmologists, that can know that, oh, in addition to maybe short sight or long sight, this person have another problem that is called astigmatism. And there are quite a number of things that reasons why astigmatism can occur. So that will take us to the causes of astigmatism.
Okay.
Also, before then, I just want us to also know that astigmatism is also becoming very, very common. And
Why
there have
is
been
that?
a number of reasons that have been advanced as well. The technological advancement is part of it. The fact that we are now focused on visual display units more than ever before is also a possible reason why there is an increase in astigmatism. And astigmatism can impact life significantly. The person may not know that it's there, might be thinking, oh, I'm short-sighted, I'm long-sighted. Meanwhile, in addition to that or something, astigmatism is actually what is causing it. So, what are the causes of astigmatism? Astigmatism will occur if the cornea of the eye, for you to be able to see, the cornea is the transparent membrane that covers the black part of the eye, which is called the iris. So this cornea actually is the first refractive surface. If it is a bit distorted or too curved as it should be, it can make light rays that will pass through to enter the pupil that must go refracted through the optical pathway to your retina to be distorted. And once this distortion occurs, either at the level of the cornea or the lens, astigmatism can occur. This is a bit technical, but then I would want us to try to just imagine an irregularity. Let's say a ball, you have a football that is round, and then when there's astigmatism, this football can now, be a bit oblong instead of being round. And when light rays strikes it, it can, result in eye defect. So, for example, if a driver has astigmatism and he does not know, he can just be looking at the road. Instead of the road being straight, the road can be wavy, it can be distorted. There may even be no bend. The driver can be looking at the road and he will just believe that there is a bend on the road. Meanwhile, there is no bend there, and this can result
just because of the way the light is.
Yes, because of the astigmatism. When astigmatism is really very, very high, it can really, really affect the way people see unless it is corrected. So the major symptoms of astigmatism is blurred or distorted vision. Imagine you are looking at something. Instead of looking at maybe a car as a whole, you are not seeing it in parts. Or maybe you are looking at the road sign, or you are looking at the human being. Instead of seeing the eyes of the person, you just see the figure. You just know that someone is there, but you can't make out the details. So astigmatism can actually cause this. That's why you find out that some people, they will tell you, doctor, I'm wearing glasses. Despite my glasses, I'm still not seeing well.
Okay.
So it's possible the astigmatic components of that person was not corrected or added to the prescription.
So when that happens, you can have both side by side happening at the same time.
Both can co-occur.
Wow.
You can have somebody that is short-sighted, for example, having astigmatism. When that happens, we say the person is myopic astigmat or has myopic astigmatism.
Okay.
If it is a hyperopic person, somebody that is long-sighted, we say the person has hyperopic astigmatism. So the distortion in your image, as you are listening to me out there, look at the way you see eyes, or even with your glasses. if you're not seeing very well even with your glasses and you still see the images as distorted, as not clear, you're still making an effort, it's possible that
squinting and all that, could that be?
It can also be a part of astigmatism can induce that.
Okay.
Although primarily squinting is a function of myopia. But astigmatism too can co-occur with that myopia and complicate that you're squinting. So this can also result in eye strain. People that have astigmatism, the major hallmark is eye strain. The kind of pain that they will be feeling in the eye, no matter the glass they wear, until that astigmatism is corrected, that pain will not go. And also in correcting a patient that have astigmatism, together maybe with hyperopia, myopia, or presbyopia, the cost of the glasses is more. So sometimes for some people that want cheap lenses, cheap glasses, they don't care about, So some people can just look at it and say, okay, they'll just knock off that astigmatic component and give you something simple. I'm trying to think of a simpler way to explain it. It's just like maybe somebody want to do a high quality coating or painting of the house. They just said, okay, let me just do whitewash and leave the other part. By the time the rain will come, that whitewash will definitely go away. So it's something like that. So astigmatism can make you have so much headache, so much pain in your eye that no matter, the amount of analgesic you will take, or even just take glasses by the roadside, or just go to a quack and get your glasses, that correction will never give you comfort. If somebody has astigmatism and is not corrected, the person can never have comfort, no matter the type of glasses that the person is wearing. So the person will always have frequent headache. The headache will always be on the forehead of the person, as if sometimes the patient will say, oh, it's as if my head wants to cut off. That kind of pain. So astigmatism can actually cause that one. And then squinting to see clearly. The more you squint with astigmatism, the more the headache and the more uncomfortable you will see. And then when it comes to night driving, that one is worse off. People who have astigmatism will have more difficulty driving at night because that astigmatism have not been corrected. So once again, we are looking at refractive errors this month, and we are looking at, when we say refractive errors, the problems that can happen to your eye that we can readily correct with glasses or contact lenses or refractive error, as the case may be. But basically, as we all know it here, problems that affect the eye could either be corrected with either, glasses, or we can actually treat or do surgery. But for refractive errors, majorly, we use glasses to correct. So how do we diagnose astigmatism?
All right, before we go to diagnosis of astigmatism, let's just remind listeners that, of course, they can be part of the show by connecting via our studio lines 080 991 20777 and 091 538 77127. And yeah, the first one is actually our WhatsApp line, so you can connect with us via WhatsApp. It will be great to hear from you. So do reach out via WhatsApp. We would want to hear from you. Also, would want to call via the traditional phone lines. Okay, so 091 538 77127 or 080 991 20777. Any way you choose to connect, it will be nice to hear from you. We're talking astigmatism, and Dr. Priscilla has been able to shed light on this, make us understand how someone can actually have astigmatism and still be short-sighted. I don't know, double
That's actually what it is.
Okay, so doctor, quickly, just to let listeners know that I spoke about this earlier. Immediately we started the return trip due to the rainstorm at this time. I understand that we have an incident where a street light pole fell. That's at Majidun Awori in what's Solo, and it's affecting traffic at this time. All the way, the backlog has got into a Greek at this time. So please, the concerned authorities, people in charge, Ikeja Electric thereabouts, please would like for you to help us look into this so that at least free movement can return to that area. It's causing a lot of traffic, I'm made to understand at this time. But of course, the traffic managers can only do so much. They're doing a bit to just manage things. Okay, I also have this report where it's heavy at Opik towards Long Bridge, Berger. Okay, that's for those heading out of town at this time. All right, back to you, doctor.
Yes. So, how do we diagnose astigmatism? You can't diagnose astigmatism on your own at home. That's why we keep saying on this program, come for a comprehensive eye examination. It's only when you come for a comprehensive eye examination we are able to check, your eyes.
So there are no signs that we can.
Those are the symptoms we talked about: pain in the eye, headache, and if you're a driver, how you know that you have astigmatism? When you're looking at things, and obviously they look blurry or they look distorted, you are trying to make out the figure as a whole. But instead of seeing it as a whole, you are seeing it as incomplete. You are missing some parts, and it's appearing wavy. Not it's not like a solid figure to you. So when you have that repeatedly, you need to come and check your eyes. Astigmatism can affect everybody in any profession. You can be writing. If you are a teacher and you are writing, you can just discover that instead of writing in the line, you can write off the line, because astigmatism will make you feel that, okay, you are within the space, meanwhile you are off. The same thing with children too. They could be looking at what is on the board. Maybe the teacher writes a letter 9 or a number 9, and then the child sees it maybe as even 6, or sees it as 7, or sees it as, maybe it's a W. The child is seeing it as letter A. He just starts mispronouncing some of these letters or some of these words because of astigmatism. So astigmatism can affect everyone in every sphere of life.
And they might even misdiagnose it as maybe a learning disability.
Exactly.
That is just
not that it's a refractive error, that is astigmatism that is affecting the child. In fact, there are several studies that have shown that many children have been wrongly labeled as slow learners or having learning disabilities, not knowing that it's just a refractive error. And of course, in my own practice, I've had several cases like that. There was a case of a child that I saw when we did screening in a school. Most time when the teacher writes on the board, this child is not able to write legibly. When he writing, the handwriting was jaga jaga, because he couldn't coordinate what was on the board and what to write down. And then also when the teacher write maybe say letter T, the child can write it as L or write something else. By the time we corrected this child of astigmatism, discovered that the child started doing well. So there are so many cases like that. And of course, we have the popular one, Dr. Benjamin Carlson of the US, Healing Hands. So you just discover that many of these children, it's not really because they are dull. And we keep telling parents, we keep telling proprietors, owners of school, that the starting point for children is eye examination. If you notice that a child is not doing well in school, don't just label that child. First and foremost, let the child have a comprehensive eye examination, such that if there is any problem with the child's vision, it can be detected, it can be treated before you can start attending to other things. Because actually, it is with the eyes that the child learns. Much of what a child learns before the age of 12 is through the visual system. Even as adults, are we not still learning with our eyes? So that's the more reason why we should take care of our eyes, because astigmatism can really mess up our vision without knowing. And even some of the road accidents that occur on the road has also been traced to refractive errors. And astigmatism is a major culprit as far as we are concerned, because you see some drivers, they will tell you that it was as if there was one spirit crossing the road or something. They start seeing things that are not just there. Astigmatism can make you see distorted images and call it what it should not be. So one should just be careful.
All right, doctor. So we have a message on WhatsApp. This person, okay, you didn't give me your name, but I can see your name is Olawale. So he said, "Good evening. I'm finding it difficult to read some figures on my laptop. It's looking blurry and not clear. So I guess he wants to know."
Age?
Okay, Olawale, if you can hear me, I'd like for you to just type your age. Let's know your age, and we'll take it up from there. So
thank you,
doctor,
thank you, Olawale. That's 54. A very good one. 54. Oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you very much, Olawale. Wow. Yes, astigmatism can actually make you have difficulty reading, whether it is your book or your laptop or desktop, or even seeing something that is far. But at 54, most times, the major culprit that have been identified is what we call presbyopia, which makes it difficult to read tiny print. But presbyopia can also occur with astigmatism. Some people are, what we call astigmatic presbyopes. So you need to come for an eye examination. Let's check your eyes and see if it's just presbyopia or astigmatism that is causing it. Because at that age, your eyes are already getting old, the lenses are getting weak, your eye muscles are also getting weak. So focusing on tiny print, especially when you are reading, becomes a bit difficult. But once a test is done, all these can be corrected. So I will advise you to have a comprehensive eye examination. Let's also look at how we correct astigmatism.
Okay.
The major way we correct astigmatism is by giving glasses, because it's easier, especially here in this part of the world. In other developed climes, some people prefer contact lenses because they are not visible. You don't have to put something in front of your eye. You just put the contact lenses inside and you are seeing. Just put it on top of the cornea. But here, it's easier to give glasses. So if somebody have astigmatism and we give you correction for the astigmatism, you see better and you'll be more comfortable. Also, refractive surgery can be done. Autokeratology as well is another method too of correcting astigmatism. But the commonest one we have here is glasses.
Okay.
And pain to correct astigmatism co-occurring with either short sight or long sight will cost you more. So sometimes if you go to maybe eye clinics, and then some people are like, no, your charges are high, I don't want this, I don't want that. There are some people, I'm a bit careful to say this on air, that will not say, okay, they will just look at, instead of giving you a complete prescription, they will just give you, something like half or 75%.
Just something for you
to be able to correct one or two things, not correcting the total. But you discover that you may pay less, but you will not have maximum comfort, and you will not have the best of lenses. So I just want to plead with everybody, when you go for eye examination, one, go to places that have been certified by Lagos State.
Don't go to a
most of us in Lagos State here, the Lagos State government, the regulators, they bring, we have our certification that you must check out for, to be sure, so that you don't just go and then you are giving glasses, and at the end of the day, instead of your eye improving, your eye is getting worse. This also comes to people who believe in a lot of screening. I got my glasses when people came to my church to do checkup. I got my glasses when people came to my office to come and check. So most of those people, they will just correct you for the basic thing, for the spherical components of the eye.
You not blame them, no?
No, here in this part of the world, we don't believe. I was in Canada last week, Akan. Do you know how much it costs to just to have your eyes checked?
I don't know, doctor. Tell me.
See, until we start putting premium on what matters. If you say seeing is expensive, try blindness.
Indeed.
So, as much as possible, I think here is the premium that we put on our eyesight that determines, how much we pay. I've told you before, I was in my clinic and somebody was saying that, oh, doctor, I don't have money to buy my glasses. Meanwhile, somebody was calling for Ashwebi, and the person was saying, okay, don't worry, keep the Ashwebi for me.
Doctor, so, we seem to have a call. Let's see if we can take that as we, round things off.
Hello.
Hello. Great to have you on the show. Your name and location, please.
My name is Tony from Korodu.
Welcome, Tony from Korodu. Please go on.
Thank you. I want to ask the doctor if astigmatism can graduate to cataract or glaucoma.
Okay.
Then I want to say that a lot of people are not informed about this astigmatism.
Indeed.
It's only cataract and glaucoma. A lot of people
those are the ones they know.
What are they doing? To inform people about the astigmatism, so that when people learn about it, they will know how to go about the correction. It's not very common.
All right.
About the people being informed. So that's it.
Thank you very much for this. Well done.
Tony just made my day.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much, Tony. You are very, very correct. Not many people are aware about astigmatism, and if you have uncorrected astigmatism, over time it can get worse And then there are some problems too that can also make your astigmatism to be worse. For example, somebody that have pterygium, like this growth in the eye, we talked about it one time. It can actually distort the shape of your cornea. Also, somebody that have cataract, because the lens is opacified, light rays may not be able to pass through. So if someone has astigmatism, it can make it worse. So that's why we are telling people today about what astigmatism.
Of course, she was asking
so
if she was also asking. You remember if it can lead? Is that possible? To maybe cataract or
basically no.
Okay.
But if there are other secondary opportunistic problem that is now co-occurring with it, well, it may. But primarily, astigmatism cannot lead to glaucoma or cataract.
All right, doctor, we have run out of time. I see that Olawale wants to know how to contact you. We'll definitely, so Olawale, I hope you're still listening. We would be reeling out doctor's number shortly. Yes, of course. It's so great having you back with us, Dr. Priscilla Imade. On the show, our mission is to ensure that no one goes blind, and we're committed to bringing you valuable insights every week like we have been doing for some time now. Do remember, your feedback is crucial. It helps us serve you better. So please don't stop. Keep sharing your thoughts. Catch up on past episodes at your convenience via our Facebook page. That's Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Or you could go to our YouTube channel. That is Traffic Radio 961. Search for the keywords Eyes on the Road. And don't forget, as you watch, don't enjoy alone. Share, share, share. One more time, special shout outs to our regular optometrist, Dr. Priscilla Imade. You can reach her at Modern Eye Foundation, located at plot 16 to 18 Ogunuse Road, opposite Omole Estate Phase 1. That's just by Akiode bus stop, Ojodubaja. And Mr. Olawale, I hope you're listening. You can contact her on 0803333, that's 3 in 4 places, then 6672. 08033336672. A big thank you to our production team led by Micah Arocha and our executive producer Tayo Akonle. My name is Akan Usen, wishing you a safe drive and a great start in this new month of June. Bye for now.